Alright, what's up boys? So today's video, we're going to be talking about if I regret cutting my long hair. Let's get into it. But before we get into it guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, that way you don't miss any of my future content. And if you dig this video, man, be sure to give me a like as well because that really helps me out with the algorithms. Also, shoot me a follow on Instagram, guys, at Adams Hair Stuff. I post a lot of other stuff on there and I get a little bit more personal on there. So if you're interested in that, shoot me a follow at Adams Hair Stuff. So, do I regret cutting my long hair? Yes and no. So that question is pretty difficult for me to answer at the making of this video. Now, it's been probably about almost 3 months since I cut off my hair. If you're new to the channel, guys, go back and watch a couple of my old videos. I have very long hair in those videos, and that's what I'm referring to. My hair was basically down to the middle of my back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys the pros and cons of what I have found so far about cutting the long hair or keeping the long hair, what I liked about the short hair right now, and if it's worthwhile for me to have cut my hair, or if having the long hair is something I'm going to pursue again in the future. And I hope this video helps some of you guys out there who probably have really long hair and are on the fence about cutting it or not, that kind of thing, because it can be a very stressful thing to go through and figure out for yourself, because as you guys know, it's a process of growing out your hair and you become attached to it in a very strange way. But finding out and thinking about whether you should cut or not becomes kind of it becomes a burden on you, and it lingers in your mind, in the back of your head throughout the day, you know, with little things. So I get where you're coming from if you're one of those guys, and I hope this video can help you out. So first of all, let me go through why I cut my hair. What was the number one reason why I decided to cut it? So the main reason I cut it, guys, is because it was actually interfering with something that is very important. That is my sleep. So when it comes to sleeping, guys, when you have that long hair, there's certain things that you do not realize become a big deal for you when you have that long hair. And one of those things for me was the sleeping part, because one, my hair was so long, when you slept with it, you would roll over and it would yank and pull your hair, pull your neck back. That would wake me up in the middle of the night, because I'm not just one that just sleeps in like a log, you know. So it would like fall out and fall down and get in your face and tickle your face and stuff like that. So it would always wake me up. My hair was consistently waking me up in the middle of the night, and it was really taking a hit on my sleep. So I couldn't sleep anymore. It was really interfering with that. And sleep is very important to me because, you know, I'm consistently in the gym trying to prioritize my sleep to you know, get the best benefits of recovery and stuff. So the hair was just driving me nuts, man, when it came to sleep, and I just got sick of it. So I just decided, you know what, I want to cut it off. I'm tired of it, and I just want something that's going to be a little bit easier for me to manage throughout the day. And something that's just easier to wash, that kind of thing. And I tried a lot of different things to kind of remedy the sleep problem, guys. I tried putting up in a very loose bun, but that ended up not working out because it would still fall out, tickle your face, that kind of thing. To mention, it's very uncomfortable to have your hair up for that long throughout the day. If you're having it up, if you have it up in a bun all day, and then you have it up in a bun while you're sleeping, it's not the best thing for you, especially with you know, pulling that much tension on your hair all the time. There are other various reasons as to why I cut it as well, man. It's just, you know, you like to switch it up, that kind of thing. I'm always been that kind of person where I like to switch up my hairstyle, try different things. So, you know, I grew it out for 4 years, and I really wanted to switch it up. And another thing that really drive me to cut it again is hair products, guys. And that is one of the main things that this channel has always been based upon, is pomade reviews and products and stuff, hair products especially. And I missed using them, man. So that was another big factor for me to cut my hair, as I missed actually using pomades and paste, clays, and blow drying my hair to style. Like, I missed that aspect of having short hair. Also, being a barber probably does not help with the fact that you're always seeing clean haircuts every day in your profession, and you're like, man, that's a cool hairstyle, you know, and it makes you kind of want that hairstyle or whatever it is that you're seeing. So that was also a thing that played into me cutting my hair, because the reviews, man, I miss doing the pomade reviews. I miss styling my hair with actual pomade, you know, oil-based pomades, which are my favorite hair product. And you know, it was just, I just felt like it was time. It was just time to chop it off. And I always thought, you know what? If I regret it that bad, hey, I can grow it out again. You know, growing out your hair is actually a journey. It's not just about the way it looks, but it's actually teaching you patience. It's kind of humbling in a way to grow out your hair, because I don't know, it's something that's so small and so minute that you wouldn't think would, but it does. It makes you appreciate different things about different hairstyles and what you can, you know, utilize that hairstyle for. So cutting the hair was, I wouldn't say it was too difficult for me. And when I knew that I needed to cut it, I was consistently thinking about cutting it. So if you're one of those guys right now who has long hair and you are just consistently thinking about it, I mean, for weeks on end, which for me, it was like 2 or more weeks I was sitting there thinking, I want to cut it. I'm done. What should I do? And every day that thought came in my head where I was like, I'm over it. I want to cut it. And it happened, and it kept happening for over 2 weeks. I would say even like a month and a half, guys, I was thinking about that. So I don't necessarily regret cutting my hair, but I do miss a few things about it. And the main thing about it that I do miss the most is the way that it looks. So I'm a big fan of the way long hair looks. I think it looks very, very rugged. It looks very like I don't know, just old worldly, you know, like you know, Viking style, medieval style, Native American, like folklore. Like it just has a different kind of vibe to it, and I like the vibe that long hair gives off, especially if you're the kind of dude that can really pull it off. Now I know a lot of guys can't pull off long hair. Some guys can, some do it well. Some guys just can't, man, and it is what it is. But I feel for my sake personally, I was one of those guys who actually could pull off the long hair very well, and I have the hair for it. So I do miss the way it looks on me, especially with the way it looks with the beard and everything. So that's probably the main thing that I miss about it, guys, is just the way that it actually looked on me. Now, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I do not miss taking care of it. I do not miss washing it. I sure as hell do not miss sleeping with it, which is the main reason I cut it. So for me, I think the benefits of actually having shorter hair outweighed having the long hair. You know, all the reasons that I just listed off, you know, were very important to me. So for you, if you're a guy who has long hair and you are struggling with this, from experience, you just know when it's time to go, man. You just know that it's time. Right now, I think I really don't regret it as much as I thought. You know, when you first do it, it is a shocker. You're like, whoa, you feel different, you look different. Everything is kind of just like euphoric in a way. You're like, whoa, did that just really happen? Did I really just cut off all that hair? Especially for me, 4 years of growth, man, that's a long time, you know? I started growing it out when I was, 28, 27 years old. So, you know, it's a good chunk of your life where you're actually having one particular goal on hairstyle. So it was very, very humbling to actually cut it off and realize what you're doing. So you just know, man, that it's time to do it. And if you are afraid to do it, you know, you got to weigh out those pros and cons for yourself. But when it comes to if it's just you're over it, I would say just do it, man. It's not that big of a deal. And if all else fails, you can grow it back out, and it's the process, you know, but time will catch up with it and you will get it back to where you wanted it if you do end up cutting it. Me personally, I'll probably grow it out again eventually, but for now I am really digging having the shorter hair. Also, I will say that the attention that I have been getting from women has been a totally different story from the long hair and the shorter hair. So what I have noticed personally is that the long hair makes you kind of stand out in a way. Now I feel like there's a lot of guys who have grown out their hair, so it's not as prominent as it was, you know, a year or two ago. But I will say that having the long hair kind of makes you stand out, especially if you take care of it, especially if you have that hair texture that just looks cool. And like there's just that vibe about you. So having the long hair, I will say, makes you stand out from a group of guys with shorter hair, because you portray that you are, you know, a little bit more confident in a way, because you don't care what people think. You're also portraying that kind of rugged kind of look, especially if you dress that way as well. So I will say that the long hair thing, did make me stand out, I feel like, and it made me kind of, it made different women gravitate towards me, I would say. As far as them, you know, looking my way or that kind of thing, I noticed that like going places where I've always gone, you know, places like the gym, you know, as soon as I cut my hair, there are women that were looking at me that have never looked my way because of the shorter hair. So, you know, it just depends on, I guess, the woman's preferences and stuff like that. But I will say that I did get different looks from different women as soon as I cut my short hair. And with that being said, guys, the main girl that I am talking to loves my short hair now. Now it's a totally different vibe from her, because she's just all over it. You know, she loves the shorter hair now. Doesn't want me to grow it back out. She loves the way it looks. So no, it just depends. You know, it depends on the girl's preferences and what she likes. I will say having the shorter hair is a very clean cut kind of thing. It makes you look a little bit more upkept, and that you take care of yourself, that kind of thing. Your grooming is on point. So that is just something I think you should consider as well. You know, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie, and I hate when guys do that, when they're lying. They're like, oh, I don't do it for women. I don't do it for, yeah, that's cool and all, you know, like, do it for yourself, but you can't sit there and lie, man. You know that you care about how you look to the opposite sex. You know that any attention from a woman matters. So don't sit here and lie to me and tell me that, oh, it doesn't matter. It does matter, and you know, you just have to accept it, and you just have to accept that your hair plays into your overall image. So you have to, you know, put that into consideration, whether you're thinking about cutting it or not. For me, it wasn't that big of a factor, just because there were other things that were a big deal, but it is something that I will admit that I noticed as soon as I cut it off, and I was like, whoa, this is a different vibe from different people. So the social aspect when it comes to having long hair is something that is definitely something you should consider. But overall, guys, I am happy with the decision I made to cut my hair. For a dude like me, you know, who loves to actually style hair, who actually cuts hair for a living, and who loves to do, you know, reviews and use different products, try different things, style, that kind of thing, like, it was worth it for me. So am I regretful? In a way, you know, I miss the way it looks, but I am very happy that I did it. So I would say that I'm more on the fence of I'm happy I did it and I'm not regretful of doing it than I am that I do regret it. So with that being said, man, I hope this video has helped out maybe some of you guys who are struggling with this kind of thing in your life, and you're a longer haired gentleman, and you're just like, I don't know what to do. I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place with where I want to be and maybe cut my hair or not. Also, you know, if you're a guy who's thinking about growing out their hair, I would highly recommend doing it, man. Switch it up, try it out, because you never know, man. Try anything once, I would say. You know, if you're a guy and you've never grown out your hair, try it. You know, what is it gonna hurt? You know, and if you're sick of it like that, go to the barber and it's done in 30 minutes, man. You can get a new haircut, new style. It's not that big of a deal. Right on, boys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope that it helped some of you guys out who are kind of dealing with this kind of thing and wondering about the long hair and if I regretted it. And if you did dig this video, be sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know your experiences with the long hair and maybe how you coped with figuring out how you were done with it and you wanted to cut it. So leave a comment down below. Be sure to keep an eye out for some new videos coming your way, guys. I'm gonna get back to the pomade reviews, just like my last video, giving you some in-depth explanations of what my pomades reviews are going to be based upon. So if you have not checked out that video, guys, there will be a card up here for that video if you're interested in that one. But right on, boys, you have a blessed rest of your day. Stay fresh, because you deserve the best. We will see you guys next time. Take it easy.